a live video in a very long time, and we're live now. It looks like 1 viewer and 3 thumbs up, so maybe we got more. I don't know. If you can't hear me talk or the picture is crap ass, let me know. We need to know what's going on, and we will do the best we can. So, here we are, and we're going to go over this car over here first. This is a good example of how much is it going to cost me. I don't know how much it's going to cost. How do I know? Okay? You send me a picture of your car on the phone. Text me. Well, I'm not a fucking texter. You text me on the phone. Price it. Figure out how much it's going to cost from you hitting the highway going 55 miles an hour until we actually dissect the situation. So I go ahead and write up the estimate, but then he tells me, well, it comes down to the point that, it starts to get to be a buddy deal. You know what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up if we can get some good action here. Do we got good action? Can everybody hear me out there and see what's going on? Give me a thumbs up if everything's okay and let me know. We're in a bad area of my shop right now. I have shitty access over here. Hey, Dog says everything's good. I can now, okay. Sean Martelli, I can now Pete. Okay, everything's good, because I want everybody to hear this. This is very fucking bull crossing the highway, doing 55, and this is the damage that he gets. I don't even know what year this is. I forgot. But I told him before we do anything, we need to get all the parts. How you doing, Robin? All the way from the UK. We got Carcraft Garage. Yes, we are. Okay. Dan says hit and miss. I'm sorry, Dan. We'll try to move forward on this. So, we don't know how much it's going to cost to fix the damn thing until we break it down and get in it. Does that make any sense to anybody out there? I always get phone calls, and they ask me, how much is it going to cost to restore my car? I got a 73 Chevy truck, and I want it painted, or, I got a 66 Corvair, and can I get that painted? And, it's in real good shape and minor rust and all this other shit. And then by the time the car gets here, we're not just doing a paint job anymore, guys, okay? We're tearing the car down. We're dismantling the car to basically nothing, okay? As you can see right here, and I'm going to show you all this in a minute. And what the problem is, it turns into a fucking domino effect. I'm going to put my little ratchet. That's actually a snap-on ratchet, believe it or not. That thing cost probably $40 fucking back in the day. It's probably $100 now. But anyway, let's get back to the situation. We're going to talk about this car here. This is a 66 Chevelle. It's a 4-door. If you don't like it, I don't give a fuck. You don't know what we got here. This is a very rare 4-door car. I'm not even going to tell you the rarity on it because it doesn't matter. It's a fucking car that we are restoring in my shop. I'm going to use this car. Let me get this out of the way. This is my temporary windshield when I store it outside. But I want to go ahead and go over this car. I'm posting beautiful videos on it on D.I.Y. Auto School. I'm sorry, on my friend Pete, SWRNC. If you want to watch them videos, go to that channel, my friend Pete, SWRNC, and watch them. And if you don't like 4-doors because it's a 4-door, then go watch something else, bitch, because I don't give a fuck. Let's move down the line. I got this car as a trade-out. This was a trade-out deal, and I thought it was a pretty cool car. The reason I think it's a pretty cool car, it's a 1966. It's a 4-door. I've said that several times, but it is a four-door hardtop. I want everybody watching this to go out there and get on the internet while we're online and look for a four-door 1966 four-door hardtop sports sedan and see how many there are for sale. Then I want you to search for 1966 two-door hardtop, big block, or small block, or whatever fucking block that you got in your head. And I want you to see how many there are for sale online. This is a number matching small block 327 L30. I thought it was an L79. I researched it further. It turned out to be an L30, which is a 300 horsepower 327. When I first started doing this, I thought that it was a L79, but when I researched it farther and deeper, it turns out that it's a special order L30 300 horsepower 327 four-barrel engine. And we'll go look at that in a minute. It also has a two-speed power glide, and it's the aluminum case, not the steel case. Back then, you had an option. If it was a high-performance car, you can order the aluminum case, two-speed power glide, or it came standard with the cast iron fucking transmission. Another thing that this car came with, and we'll go ahead and get a little gander at it if I can get down. I got a bad sciatic nerve today, people. Don't fuck with me, okay? My sciatic nerve is fucking with me. I'm doing the best I can, bitch. So if we look down here, we see a brand new gas tank. eBay, hello. We love eBay, free shipping. $140 for that brand new gas tank. We love it. Behind the gas tank or in front of it, whichever you want to look at, whatever way you want to look at, is a 12-bolt posi traction number matching rear end that came in this car. That's right. Posi traction, 12-bolt rear end. We got the aluminum two-speed power glide, which I've already had rebuilt. It's all fucking new. And we got the 327 L30 engine. We're going to go over here and look at it. I don't know if we're going to take everything off of it, but we'll look at it. Actually, we're not taking nothing off because we got all this shit covering it. There's our engine down there. You can see I've already basically restored the engine. When I tore the engine down, the bearings on the crankshaft looked brand fucking new. The internal of the engine itself looked brand fucking new. You're going to see that in the videos. I pulled the transmission out. I had it completely gone through, brand new, rebuilt. This is all number matching shit. Nothing's been changed out. But as we're walking around, we're looking at other shit, okay? We're looking at other parts that go to the fucking car. All right? This is where it leads in. One thing leads into another. We got a domino effect. To fix this, we got to fix that. To do that, we got to get this, okay? To make it look right, we got to do that. To paint it. Here's a beautiful car right here. 1961 Corvette. My friend Pete's getting ready to paint this bad boy. But here's another situation. $700 fucking dollars right here. Were we planning on buying that for $700 fucking dollars? No, we weren't planning on buying that. But then on the other hand, we weren't planning on taking the motherfucking dash apart in a million fucking pieces either. Because one thing leads to another. So how much does it cost to restore an old fucking car? Let me go ahead and show you something in here. If you look at this car, it's completely gutted out. The only thing in it is the pedals. Today, what I did to this car, because I had some extra time, this is my part-time action here. I went ahead and cleaned all the firewall up. I took the heater out of it. I I took the wire harness out. We're not going to buy a new wire harness for this. I can't afford it. The other wire harness is fine. We got Joe Mama, how you doing? We got Uncaged. And we got Dennis Jump. How you going, buddy? So what I did today is I went ahead and finished out the Port 15. Do you think Port 15 is free? Has anybody priced a quart of poor fuck off 15 fucking paint? I don't know. Skate punk. It's not cheap. So earlier in the process, I went ahead and cleaned the floor, ripped all the old nasty insulation out, painted it. That's already Port 15. Then I went ahead and did the firewall today. But as I was going like this, looking over, do you see how I did that? This is my eyeball. I'm looking, and what did I find over here? I found out that we had rust inside here. It was surface rust. So now what's going on is I had to paint this inside here with Port 15 to kill the fucking rust. Okay? And another thing, I don't know if you noticed, the dash is out of this car, the complete dash. Okay? Looky here, guys. Here's our fucking dash. Okay? Look at that. Can you see that? Hello? Hello? This fucking upper dash, brand new one, $275 fucking dollars. Then I had to buy this bitch that I took off today. This is our windshield tray. This is where the windshield sits in. But you can't tell because it's not all there because it's rotted to shit. If we look over here, here's our brand new windshield tray. And here's our brand new fucking dash. So how much does it cost to restore an old car? To restore an old car, let me turn the light on. It's getting dark because we're not done. We just started, bitch. So grab yourself a ice cold soda, sit back and relax because my friend Pete's going to wake you up. Do you see the front end of this car? It was shot. It was so fucked up, there were no bushings in here. You can literally jack the car up, get the wheel, and go like this with the fucking wheel and tire. Like that. I had to replace all the suspension, all the springs, upper and lower control arms, brand new fucking bushings, brand new ball joints. I even went so far and got a brand new gearbox because something is leaking on the power steering, and I don't want to get that engine and everything in here, and all of a sudden I got to replace this fucking thing. Okay? What about brakes, my friend Pete? Yeah, we put brand new brakes on it, front and rear, brand new brake hoses. The only thing I didn't replace on the brakes is the lines because the lines are still good. How much you got in it, my friend Pete? Who the fuck knows? I don't fucking know. You buy $20 here, you pay $150 there. You go ahead and order another $200 on Jags because that's the only way you can get free fucking shipping. If you don't get $200 on Jags, then you got to pay $50, $75 fucking dollars for shipping. So you're forced to buy all this shit so you can get the free shipping. So how much do I have in it? Who fucking knows? Because to restore an old car that you want to restore, you're not really looking at the money angle of it. Does that make sense? You're not really counting your pennies and your dollars. The only thing you're doing is restoring the car. You're having a good time, and you're enjoying what's going on. This morning, I worked on the car, and I took this dash off. Let me go ahead and show you this. You can see where I've already cleaned it up. This is where our windshield tray sits. And I pour 15 in there, and it's just one thing after another. Here's another fucking angle, okay? Do you see that wire harness that goes down in the middle? That's called an intermediate wire harness on a Chevrolet. But I want you to look really fucking close here. And look at this bullshit. That is melted up, it's rotted together, and it's fucked, okay? There's another $175 fucking dollars. I believe it was 170 bucks for an A wire harness. Now, we're not talking just this big shit. We're talking little intricate shit too. Okay? Let's go over here. We'll look over here and check this out. Here's our heater box. I got to have this sandblasted. Do you really think I'm going to put this in the car looking like that? Do you think that? Are you fucking shitting me, guy? You're not going to see this. This is under the dash. But if you're going to restore a fucking car and you're going to do it the right way, not half-ass, why would you not dismantle this box and go have it sandblasted? That's going to be 55 to 80 bucks minimum. Because when you get one thing sandblasted, the sandblaster has a minimum charge. Whatever he charges, I got to pay him. I got to pay him. Okay? And then we'll paint that with probably spray paint. We're not going to go to the extent of using fucking alkyd enamel and all this other shit. We'll get some Rust-Oleum. We'll paint it. It'll look beautiful. Bam, bitch, it's done. But then, to restore that, now look what we got to buy. We got to buy these because they're locked up. They're rusted inside. Okay? That one isn't, but one of them is. Watch. Here we go, right here. There we go. So, here's one right here, and it's rusted inside there, and it won't fucking move. For these 3 fucking lines, how much do you think it is? Come on, somebody tell me. Let's go. Come on. Peppy, peppy, peppy. How much? How much is it? I'm going to tell how much it is. You ready? Are you ready? $67 fucking dollars for 3 bullshit cables. All right. Pat Bazazzi had it pretty fucking close. $60 fucking dollars for 3 fucking cables. To put those cables on, you need retainers. They're little round things, kind of look like my finger there. It has little feathers on it, and you push it down. Let me show you where it goes. All right, you push it down. Once you get the cable on, you take that little retainer and you push it down on there, and it keeps it from the cable popping off. $12 fucking dollars, bitch. We got our wiper motor here. I took it out to clean it. I'm going to kind of clean it up, and I did test it, and it works. But if it doesn't work, $250 fucking dollars for a fucking wiper motor. You know, what else we got in here? Here's part of the heater. I have to buy this thing. That's $60 for that right there to make it work. So, and then, of course, you have to bag and tag everything. Look what I got here. This is our heater hardware. No, this is our wiper motor hardware. Here's another example. You get down to the hardware, right? Look at the hardware. Can you see it in the bag there? Look at it. Meticulously cleaning these off so they look brand new. If you can't clean them off, guess what? Get on your special auto parts store online, and they literally have a kit of 4 to 6 of these fucking screws that you can buy from them for $23. Let's walk over here. We're going to look at this. So I'm asking you the question now. Don't ask me. I'm asking you, how much does it cost to restore an old car? Look, there's our 71 Chevelle waiting to put the body back on. That's restored, completely restored. It took 2 months to restore that fucking frame and engine. I'm not pulling it off. We're not going to look at it. What we are going to look at, though, is this brand new, completely restored header panel. This is a header panel that goes on, you got it, the 66 four-door piece of shit Chevelle. I had to get a radiator. I went ahead and got a eBay aluminum radiator. That's a 3-core job. I think that was 140 bucks. No, yeah, $140. These fucking headlights, $15 each. Those are the cheapest ones I can find, Napa Auto Parts. But before I put the headlight on, look what I had to get. I had to buy these fucking things. I had to buy these and brand new screws. They were all rotted and torn to shit. Couldn't use them. Here's one right here. Let's look at it. Here's one right here. Let's check that out. There you go. Look at that. Can you see it? Bitch! That's what I'm saying. When I got the car, it didn't have a fan shroud. They were running the car without a fucking fan shroud, dumbasses. Had to buy a brand new one. So the issue that you have, and let me go ahead and explain something else. Everything I'm showing you on this car, I'm not charging labor. You know why? It's my car. How can I charge myself fucking labor? So go ahead and calculate how much labor it would cost to actually do all the shit that I've already done to it. And it's not even fucking drivable. Okay? It's not paintable. It's nothing. It's a gutted out body on a fucking frame. I had to replace all of the body bushings on it. If you want to restore a car, guys, you better really, really think about it hard, especially in today's economy. I had a couple people tell me, well, if you enjoy what you're doing and you have the money to spend, go ahead and spend it. What else are you gonna, you can't take it with you when you die, and you might die tomorrow, so you might as well fucking enjoy the shit, which is true. It's a true deal. Did you see that? Watch this. Watch this. I want to show you again. Watch. Ready? Look at that. If you got the money and you can afford it, why the fuck not restore the fucking car? And who cares how much it costs? Because it's something that you've always wanted to do. Do you see what I'm saying? There is no price on how much does it cost. There is no price on, can you give me a ballpark figure? No, I can't. I can't give you a ballpark figure because I don't know what your car looks like. Until we strip the car down to bare metal or bare fiberglass and we really get a good look of it in person, I don't know how much it's going to cost. I can give you examples of other cars that I restored, and we can go that route. But there's no way that you can tell anybody on the phone how much a fucking old car is going to cost to restore. You're probably wondering, how much money you already got in that thing, Pete? Well, just sitting here thinking, I'll bet you I've already spent $5,000 on it. I'll bet you I've already spent $5,000. And I just ordered $200 worth of shit today from Jag so I can get free fucking shipping. And that's another thing about ordering parts. Let me show you something here. Because when you're really restoring your car, you're excited. You know, you're looking on the internet, you're looking for NOS parts and parts that you can use and all this other shit. Well, here's something right here that I found. I haven't even opened the box yet, but we'll go ahead and open it. And what's in this box is very rare because when I restore an old car for myself, I really don't want to put a high-tech fucking stereo system with boom boxes and all that. I would rather have a factory OM original because that's a rare car. And if you put the factory OM original shit in it, it's worth a lot more money, okay? So what I got here, let's go over here. And I found this on eBay. And this cost $68. That was $68. And we're not even talking about tools today, guys. How much do we got in tools? It takes a lot of tools to fucking restore a car, doesn't it? To buy them tools, you need to get paid to restore that car. What about labor? We got shops out there that are charging up to $250 a fucking hour. Are you shitting me? Am I going to pay somebody $250 fucking dollars to work on that car? Fuck you. The only reason they're telling you $250 because they're seeing if you're a fucking dumbass. $180, even $150, even $100. If you're looking to restore a car and someone tells you they charge $250 fucking dollars or they charge $150 an hour or whatever, you walk away and tell them to go fuck off. They ain't that fucking good at it. So let me open this box real carefully. like this. Hang on one second. I don't want to cut my arm. I did that once too and almost fucking killed myself. I'm trying to do this one-handed. So what we got here, we actually have an NOS factory original. This guy came across 100 of them in a warehouse. And this is the factory original speaker. And look at this. You got the factory original NOS fucking wires. Now watch this. This is the factory original speaker for this vehicle. Watch. Let me show you. I don't want to drop it. It even has the factory cloth on it, just like from the factory. Well, it is factory. It's a Delco Remy, but look at this. I don't even want to unwrap it. And this is the factory dash speaker that goes to this car for $65, brand new. And you're fucking right. I went ahead and bought that for $65 fucking dollars because I want to have that fucking speaker in my car. I don't want to get on eBay and find some jazzy 3x9 fucking speaker and, you know, screw it up in there with sheet metal screws and all this other shit. So that's kind of the angle that you run into when restoring this shit is the parts. The parts will kill you. I try to tell people to save money. I try to ask them, I said, hey, look, if you really want to save money, order your own parts. But don't fucking order anything until I tell you we need it. So a lot of people listen to me, and a lot of people, they just go rampant on it like it's Christmas time for them and go crazy. When you order stuff for your car that you're restoring, and you don't need it right now, you forget about it. And the next thing you know, 8 months later, you're ordering something else. And you finally find out, wow, I already got that part. Now I have 2 of them. Does that make sense? So I actually have parts that I buy, I've been buying. And here's one of them. This is an external oil cooler that goes on the frame rail. Here's all my wire harnesses that I already bought when I get little few extra bucks, and you can see them in there. And here's that fucking intermediate harness. And then we got the back and the front harnesses. And then down here, here's a bolt kit that cost $100 fucking dollars. $100. This is called a front end bolt kit. It has all of, see there, it says body, front, and fender kit. And it's got all brand new hardware in there for the front end of the car. So the car will look all brand new and we won't use old rusty ass fucking shit. And, you know, let me get this up here, hang on. And then just on and on with other shit, you know, that, look, here's a starter. I bought the starter because the guy cut me a deal on eBay. So went ahead and got that, and just on and on bullshit. I will say that I don't know if anybody's seen me using these guns. Look here. If you're doing restoration and you're spraying super thick primer like the Feather Coat, Feather Fill, G2 Feather Fill, or Super Build, contact my friend Pete. I got these for sale, brand new, never used, for $35 plus shipping. Let me know. But the thing is, people, restoring old cars. Look, we're restoring the steering wheel on this. I asked the guy, well, we're going to paint everything. What about the steering wheel? So Minnie has already sanded this meticulously. It took her like 2.5 hours. So you can see where she sanded out the chips in it. Sanded it down to 320. I told her only at 180. But we had cracks here that I had to fix. That, you know, you're looking at that saying, well, that doesn't take long to fix. That doesn't take long to paint. Then why don't you fucking do it, okay? If it doesn't take long and it's not that big of a job, why am I fucking doing it, bitch? You should be doing this shit at home in your garage. Not this particular guy. Anybody in general that just asked that question or said that, comment. Here's our dash. Let me tell you about that. We didn't want to sandblast this. When you sandblast metal, especially detailed, intricate stuff like this, it takes the factory etching off, and it leaves a very, very bad, a surface on it. Very fucking rough. So you don't want to do that. But what you do want to do is have it walnut shell or soda blast. And all these little pieces you see here, and here's a bunch more. Here's the factory speaker for this car. You want to have that kind of stuff blasted with walnut shells or soda blasting. Here's a bag right here, bag and tag. Always do that. And that says 64 Vet. Look at the door handles. I don't know if the owner wants to buy new ones or what he wants to do, but there you go. We took them off. Are they going to look as good as the brand new chrome? We don't know. So we might have to buy brand new door handles. Those might be $200, $300, $400 for a fucking door handle. Here's our glove box of hardware. Is that good enough to use? When we get to it, I'll fucking let you know. The owner rebuilt the engine. It's a brand new engine, brand new transmission, brand new suspension. You know, talking about labor, let's talk about labor. It took me all day to sand this, the front end of that, and this fucking fender. That was an all-day job. All fucking day to do that. Very meticulous and very, what can I say, stressful. Because when it comes to a car like this, fiberglass, these old Corvettes, you have got to sand them by hand. You have got to be very, very careful what you're doing. You got to have 20/20 vision on it all the time in case you find a pinhole or an imperfection, and you got to go back and fill it in. And I think there was one right here. Here it is right there if you look. That's where we had to fill it in because there was an imperfection there. And it's just a very meticulous job. There's another all-day job out there, the two doors. And we're going to be painting this soon, believe me. Big fucking job. If you look at that car, let me go ahead and tell you what I've already done as far as rust repair. I had to replace the lower quarters. I had to replace the floor extensions. I had to put a full floor in it. You can see the brand new floor in there. I had to replace all the braces. And then here was the real kicker right here. I had to make this. I actually made this from scratch. This is our tray where the windshield sits. And let me tell you, we're still not done with that. We're still working on that. But that was completely rotted from one end to the other, just like the front. This is getting boring, guys. Oxygen says you're going to have 500 hours in it. I hate to disappoint you, Oxygen. You better try like 2,000 hours, maybe longer. One more thing I want to tell you, and this has nothing to do with the owners of the cars or what the price is, but this is for people out there that are restoring cars and trying to make money. And it even goes for collision work. Always remember this. The longer you have the car in your shop, the less money you're going to make on it. The longer this car sits in your shop, if you told that guy it's going to cost $5,000 and you've had that car for a year, like these two cars, and I think I've actually had the Chevelle a little longer than a year, add that up, divide that, let's just say this has been here for 18 months. Add up $5,000, divide it by 18, and that's how much money you're making a month. Now, I'm a one-man operation, okay? I'm the only motherfucker over here working on these cars. When you get your car, it's going to be right. It's going to be done to perfection. There ain't going to be no shimmy-shammy fucking employees putting their greasy hands on it and getting on TikTok while they're working. That ain't happening over here. But I will tell you this. The longer this car sits in my shop every fucking day, I'm losing money. So that goes out to all you guys out there that think you want to start restoring cars and you want to make money. Here's another angle. I'm predicting that I'm going to have 25,000, maybe 30,000 in this car when it's all done and said. I'll be lucky to sell this car for as much as I got in it. Now, when I say as much as I got in it, I'm going to add my labor to it. And when I'm completely done with this car, I'm going to tell you how much money I have in it and how much labor I have in it. And then I will be lucky to sell it for what I have in it. The last car that I did like this was for my daughter. It was a 1962 Galaxy. Anybody that's been watching my videos for many years will remember that fucking car. It was a silver and black two-tone Galaxy 500. It was a two-door post. It was not a hardtop. I put $32,000 into that fucking car. I sold the car. Are you ready? I sold the car for $21,000, and the only way the guy would buy it is if I delivered it to him in California, and he would pay for the gas, not delivery service. I had it for sale for over probably 2 years. That was the best I can get out of it. So if you think there's another angle on restoring cars, if you are going to restore a car and you think you're going to make money on it, it better be the right fucking car that money is getting for it. If you're just going to pick some random old bullshit car and restore it and think, oh, yeah, I'm investing my money. You ain't investing nothing. You're not investing anything except your time and your money. Selling it is another story, okay? Now, here's another fucking angle on this bullshit. Here's another angle. I'm going to set my camera right there. I hope we can see my friend Pete. Because, there we go. Let's just do that. Now, here's another angle on the situation that everybody needs to remember. Reality TV. That includes Barrett Jackson and also Mecum Auctions. I used to go to Barrett Jackson every fucking year. I know all about it. I know their inside stories, their outside stories, their schemes, their scams, and all the other shit. In the audience of Barrett Jackson, they actually have 200 to 300 people that work for them that look like you and me. They look just like I do, like you do, and they're walking around and they're bidding on these fucking cars. A lot of those cars that you see on TV, those big high-end ones that sell for millions of dollars, they ain't selling those cars. It's fake. It's made up bullshit for TV, and what they're doing is they are ruining the automotive market for people like you and me. These reality TV shows where they build a car in an hour and a half or 2 hours or fucking 30 minutes or however long it shows, it's fucking joke. I've made reality TV. I know all about reality TV. It's fake. They don't even let you do what you want to do or say what you want to say. And it's a joke, people. It's a fucking joke. So there is one more thing that you need to know about restoring cars and how much it costs. Don't ever believe anything you see on fucking any quote unquote reality fucking TV show. So that kind of concludes our little story here about restoring cars. What's my next plan on this one? Well, I got to put it in perspective to take it one step at a time and one section at a time. So the next thing that I'm going to do to this car, and I've already ordered it, is put the insulation in on the firewall and put all the dash back together. But then, see, that leads into the dash, okay? Because this piece here, that really isn't the dash. That's just the upper dash panel. When I mention dash, I'm talking gauges, ignition switches, headlight switches, wiper motor switches, and all this other shit that I have to buy for it. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Fixing cars, doing buddy deals. Okay, helping people out. trying to do what I can do to get their car back on the road. But you know what? I need to make some money, bitch. I need to make a fucking living. Understand that. Okay? We're not talking $130 an hour. We're not talking $250 an hour. We're talking reasonable fucking rates that I can live on. Does that make sense? Does that make any fucking sense at all? Carcraft Garage. Sounds like you got a little shop going. Are you building cars over there? What are you doing? What are you doing over there, Carcraft? This accident right here, if it was an insurance job, that would be $10,000. That'd be $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Somebody here says, pay you $130, you're worth it. I'm not charging $130. I don't believe that working on a fucking car like I'm doing is $130. I don't fucking believe it. My shop is paid for. Let me go ahead and explain this to you, okay? The only overhead I have on my shop is electricity. I got well water on the shop. I got LED lights. You can see them right here. They use minimal fucking electricity, and I work alone. So a guy like me can afford to restore your car for half the price of anybody else out there. You're asking yourself, is he using half-price paint supplies and half-price primers and all that? No, I'm not. I'm using high-quality fucking shit. I'm using PPG, Valspar, on and on. We ain't getting online buying $75 gallons of clear to restore a fucking car. Come on, give me a fucking break, guy. One good thing about this particular car is there's not a lot of damage on it. The only thing that's damaged is rust. And I got most of the major rust done. We got a little bit of minor rust down there in the doors. And then I think the bottom of the fenders, maybe one of them has to be replaced, but that's it. So this is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, restoring cars and trying to explain to you that restoring cars is unlimited funds. You cannot say, my budget is this. Okay, you cannot do that. I have a budget of this. That's what that guy told me. My budget and the money I've saved up is that how much I got. I can't help you, guy. I can't fucking do it. This guy over here went out and bought his own parts. I gave him a list. He didn't buy them all. He got the two fenders. I don't know what the fuck that thing is. And he got a hood. When we tear this down, he's going to have to buy probably another $1,000 worth of shit to make it fucking work. I told him that, and he kind of raised his eyebrows and all this other shit. That ain't my business, okay? It's not my deal, guy. You know? You want to restore the car. You want to take it to the car shows. You want to win a fucking trophy. You want to look like Mr. Clean Machine with mama sitting next to you, and the wind's blowing in your fucking hair, and everybody's turning their necks, you know, getting cramps and sciatic nerves as they're looking at you. Then you gotta pay the fucking price, bitch. And if you can't pay the price, you need to get out of the situation of restoring the fucking car and sell it like it is. And that's all I can tell you. Because that's the real story of the real car world that we live in, called classic cars, muscle cars, car restoration, rust repair, paint and body, and anything else that fucking goes with the situation. My friend Pete, your friend Pete, right here at SWRNC, 43 fucking years strong, telling you good fucking luck, bitch.